Hey everyone, Melissa Wick here. Thank you for joining me and welcome. This is a grounding practice, a yoga practice, where it's a slow moving energetic flow, very simple postures. The emphasis on the practice is very much on the breath because the breath is energy based. So in this class, we are setting up the space and the opportunity to really ground, to let go, to release old patterns and stories that may be held in the body. And we're going to do this by working with Apana Vayu, which is a downward force of energy. So we're going to really focus on our exhalations. So you'll find that in this class, I'll cue the breath pattern to be shorter inhalations for maybe 3 counts and longer exhalations for maybe the count of 6 or 7 or 8. So it really depends on your breath capacity. You do what you can. I'm just here to kind of guide, but listen to your body first and foremost. You can always change the breath to equal length inhales and exhales if it's too much. So the intention for the practice with this downward energy is to release, to eliminate, to forgive, to let go, and to move that energy out. So like I said, simple movements, but lots of intention and really focusing on the breath. You'll find a lot of forward folds. It brings in this sense of calming and grounding. So get into something comfortable. If you have any questions about the practice, please comment below. If you like them, put a thumbs up, send it and share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. So let's get started. Let's begin today's practice on our backs. So go ahead and lay yourself down. You can always slide a bolster or 2 pillows underneath the backs of the knees here if you have a tender low back, or extend your legs out just flat on the mat. I like to give my chest a little lift and slide the shoulders under, palms flipped up, hips a little wiggle. So you're nice and comfortable here, letting the ground fully support you. Closing your eyes. And let's take one deep breath to fully arrive here. So inhale through your nose, let your belly and your chest expand. You're going to exhale through the mouth, HA sound, all the air out. Closing your lips. Let your breath settle here. And relax the energy behind your eyes. And we're just going to begin to establish our breath pattern here. So we're going to bring our awareness, our attention to the pelvic floor. And as we inhale, we're breathing through the nose if you can. You're going to inhale in through the pelvic floor. The breath will travel up through the belly. It'll keep traveling up through the ribs and the chest. And as we exhale, the chest will lower, the ribs, the belly pulls in, and the air travels down the pelvic floor. So this is the pattern here. You're making your breath nice and smooth. So inhale through the pelvic floor. Smoothly let the breath rise to the belly, the low ribs, upper ribs, chest. As you exhale, the ribs close in, the belly pulls in, the breath travels down and out. So you're going to take about 4 to 5 more breaths like this at your own pace. So you're finding ease as you breathe. You don't need to force anything. And as you're breathing here, set the intention to make the breath as smooth and as even as possible. And if you're noticing there's any interruptions in the breath or you're feeling any resistance, just notice it and observe it, really trying not to attach to it or identify with it. Can you soften those areas of resistance? wherever you are, take one more cycle of breath, breathing in through the pelvic floor. Let it rise through the belly, lower ribs, upper ribs, chest. As you exhale, the ribs lower, the belly pulls in, and the breath travels down and out. And then release that breathing technique. Come back to the natural breath. We're going to slowly bring the knees in toward us. Release your hands around your shins, and you can just gently rock from side to side. Massage the low back. And the hands will come behind the backs of the knees. If you prefer to just roll to one side to make your way upright, that's all right. Or you can rock and roll all the way up, cross your ankles, and we'll come onto all fours. So your fingers will spread wide underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And on the inhale here, we're going to release the belly. The chest is going to open. Maybe the gaze slightly lifts. As we exhale, the hips will go back towards child's pose. You're melting the chest and forehead down. Smooth breath. You travel forward back to your cow shape. Release the belly, open the chest. This time we'll tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing, nice and slow. Inhale, lift the heels, bring the knees down. Continue the inhale, release the belly, cow. And keep the toes tucked if you'd like. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, come forward, cow. And exhale, downward facing. Stay in your downward facing here. You want to wrap the upper arms around and in, release any excess tension in the neck. You can start to pedal one knee and pedal the other just to open up in the hamstrings. So you're really pushing down in the palms and your sit bones are reaching up and back, and you're finding lots of length in the spine, broaden the upper back. And a slight draw in of the belly. Heels are behind the toes. And then if you're pedaling out your feet, come to stillness and just set your gaze on one point. And establish your breath. Smooth breaths in and out through the nose. And if you want to establish that breath pattern, you inhale from the pelvic floor. The breath travels up to the ribs and the chest. As you exhale, the ribs close in, the navel pulls in, the breath travels back down to the pelvic floor. Nice and stable. Good, now we're going to slowly walk our hands towards our feet to the back of the mat. Let yourself fold here. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. We're going to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Let your arms hang heavy. Your head will be the last to roll up all the way. When you get to the top, you're going to roll your shoulders onto the back and down. Now your feet are hip width distance apart. You're going to bring your hands to the backs of your thighs, so just below your bum. And this is a really slow, intentional sequence here. So you can keep the knees bent the whole time if you'd like. Your chest stays open, and there's this gentle tuck in of the chin here, just to keep from the energy rising to stimulate your mind. So you want to keep it locked in here. So as you inhale, you'll prepare, you're opening your chest. When we exhale, we lead with the heart, slight tuck in of the chin. You're going to slide your hands down the backs of the legs, and we fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, you slide your legs up, your chest is open. You're going to start to feel your back getting strong here, starting to enliven it. As we exhale, we slide the hands down. You're going to feel your muscles activate, your glutes, maybe even your hamstrings. Chest open, tuck the chin slightly in. Inhale, you lift back up. Now we're going to slow down the breath. On the exhale, nice and smooth and very slow exhale, downward energy out through the pelvic floor. Inhale, rise. The breath travels in towards the ribs, the chest. And slow exhale, you fold down. So this is super mindful. All the air out, belly in. Inhale, we lift nice and smooth. Now we can elongate the exhale if that's possible. You're going to exhale for the count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay here. Exhale all the air out. Release your hands. Fold. Release your neck. Bend your knees if you need to. Bring your awareness into the pelvic floor, inviting in a sense of grounding and stability. Okay, now we're going to walk the hands back forward to downward facing dog. Nice and controlled. Inhale, we're going to lift the heels, come forward to high plank. So your heels, your hips, your shoulders, your head in one line, nice and stable. Steady your gaze, your pubic bones drawing in towards your chin. Draw the navel in. As you exhale, you can always take the knees down. You're going to bend your elbows toward the back of the mat, point your toes lower onto your belly. Good. So you're going to draw your navel in, pubic bone down towards the mat, tops of the feet pressed down. We're going to slowly and smoothly inhale into a baby cobra. Try not to use your hands here. Shoulders onto the back. Gentle tuck in of the chin. Exhale smoothly. All the air nice and slow comes out. So this is not about making it huge. It's about enlivening the back. So inhale, we lift. Feel the back enliven. Slow exhale. All the air out. We lower down. Navel in. Last one. Inhale, we lift. Exhale slowly. We release. You're going to tuck your toes underneath. Slide your hands a little more closer to your ribs, so down. You're going to push up and send your sit bones up and back to downward facing dog. We're going to take 5 breaths in downward facing. Steady your gaze. As we inhale, you'll feel the breath travel through the pelvic floor. Let it rise through the low ribs, upper ribs, chest, nice and smooth. And you exhale, the breath travels down, the ribs close in, the navel pulls in, back to the pelvic floor. So take about 3 to 4 more breaths like this. Just feel the subtleties as you breathe, letting go of any resistance. Super stable, yet at ease. So when we're grounding and working with letting go and releasing, we're creating a lot of stability here. Okay, we're going to bend the knees and look between the hands, and then walk or step to the top of your mat and fold. Smooth breath in, halfway lift, so you open the chest, long spine, gentle tuck in of the chin. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we'll rise, arms straight up, use your legs all the way up, and exhale, lower the arms down by your side. Tail lengthens down. Bend your knees, inhale. Interlace the hands behind you, open your chest, extend the elbows. As you exhale, knees can stay bent, we fold here. Release the chin in, awareness in the belly and the pelvic floor. Let your arms come as far forward as it feels okay for you. Letting a sense of calm arise to the surface here. Good. Bring your hands to your low back. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, release your hands, plant the hands down, step back, high plank. Pause here. Steady your gaze. As you exhale, you can shift slightly forward. You can always take the knees down, lower onto your belly. Point your toes. Inhale, smooth breath, cobra. Roll the shoulders onto the back. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes underneath. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing. Take a cycle of breath here. Inhale, the right leg's gonna sweep up and bend your right knee and open up the hip here. So you're gonna ground your left heel down, engage your glutes. Your shoulders are aiming to stay square towards the top of the mat, just opening up in the inner thigh. As you exhale, you're gonna step your right foot to the outside of the right hand, left knee comes down. You can always bring blocks to your hands here. So your right leg is hugging your right arm. As we inhale, we're gonna open up the chest. You're sinking your hips down, and we're gonna exhale, shift your hips back, half split with your arms on the inside, toes toward the face. So we inhale, we bend the knee, open the chest, we're gonna slow down the exhale. So exhale, slowly bring your hips back. Slight tuck in of the chin. Good, and then a quicker inhale, come forward, 3, 2, 1, slow exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale for 3, 2, 1, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, last one, inhale for 3, 2, 1, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. You can still maintain that breath pattern. Quicker inhale and slower exhale. It's the same capacity, just a different pace. So the breath is the vehicle for letting go. Good, now we're going to rebend the right knee, blocks aside, tuck your left toes under, power up your back leg, lift your hips slightly and walk your hands to the back for Skandasana. Toes out, heels in, bend your left knee. Left knee tracks in line with the toes, the left toes, right knee towards the sky. So we're not dumping all the weight here, we're still engaging the legs, we're just getting into the inner thighs here. And we'll walk the hands back, square the right foot, all 10 toes face forward. Then here we're going to turn the left heel down, left toes out. I recommend to walk your left foot out to the left a little bit, so you're on 2 tracks. Warrior 1, right knee stays bent, reach the arms up. So here you want to have your right hip pull back, and it's almost like you're sticking your left hip out to the left. Adjust your stance as you need to. Back leg strong. Inhale, both arms are going to reach up. As you exhale, right hand to the waist, left arm stays lifted. Inhale here to prepare. As you exhale, you're going to start to lean forward. Bicep stays by the ear. You're going to extend your right leg and your right hip pulls back. You can always keep a slight bend in your right knee. Inhale, as you lift, your right knee will bend. Come back to Warrior 1. Slow down your exhale. Extend your right leg. Right hip pulls back. Slowly lower. Inhale, quicker inhale, all the way back up. Slow your exhale down, either for the count of 4, 5, or 6, maybe even 8. Everyone's breath capacity is different. Inhale, we rise back up. So you inhale for half the amount that you exhaled. And last one, slow, smooth exhale. This time we're going to stay here and hold, maybe hands on blocks. Right hips pulling back. Keep drawing the navel in, bring your awareness to your pelvic floor and your low belly. Good, rebend your right knee. Back to warrior one, both arms reach up. Tail lengthens down. As you exhale, extend your leg, lower your arms down. Turn your toes to face the left side of your mat. And we're gonna have the heels come in, toes out, come into a goddess squat. So your tail's lengthening down, your outer thighs are working, knees track in line with the toes here. It's important to have a strong base. Arms out to the side, inhale. Exhale, eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. Either touch your shoulders, backs of the hands, or full bind. Palms away from the face. So strong legs here. We're engaged, but yet at ease. Inhale, we lift the arms. As we exhale, we're gonna start to draw in any amounts. So your legs are super stable. You don't have to make this a big movement. Inhale, we rise. The exhale is a nice, slow, smooth exhale. Gentle tuck in of the chin. So you're gonna feel your legs really supporting you. How stable can you be? Inhale, we lift. Exhale, lower. Just pause here for a cycle of breath. Relax your toes. Reach up, lift, unravel the arms. Turn your toes to face the side of your mat. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Palms face forward. Close your eyes. Let yourself feel a really deep sense of stability and embodiment. Good. We'll turn the heels in again, toes out. Rebend your knees in line with the toes. Engage the glutes, tail down, low belly is in. Arms out to the side, inhale. Exhale, left arm underneath the right this time. Backs of the hands are full bind. Inhale, we lift. As we exhale, slight tuck in of the chin. Legs strong, smooth. Slow movements. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, rise. And this time we're going to hold here. Good, and then lift, unravel the arms. Give your shoulders a roll, turn your toes in, and then just step to the top of your mat. Give yourself a moment here. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up, maybe look up slightly, and exhale, lead with your heart. We fold down, strong legs. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest, gentle tuck in of the chin. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Pause. Draw the navel in. As you exhale, shift slightly forward. You can always take the knees down, come down to your belly. Roll the shoulders onto your back, smooth breath in, cobra. Exhale, go over your knees, tuck your toes, downward facing. You can always exhale out of the mouth if you ever feel like you need to cleanse. Steady your gaze once again, long spine. Come back to your breath pattern. Good, inhale, the left leg is going to sweep up this time and bend your left knee, open up the hips, engage your glutes. Right heel can come down a little more. Still pushing through the palms, sit bones reaching up and back. As you exhale, step your left foot to the outside of the left hand, right knee comes down. Maybe you use blocks here. Inhale, we open the chest so your sternum reaches forward. Smooth exhale, hips go back. Gentle tuck in of the chin, left toes toward the face. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, maybe the count of 4, 5, or 6, or maybe even 8. So you go at your pace. Longer exhales. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to hold here. You can keep that breath pattern. Longer exhales. With every exhale, you feel this sense of release, this sense of elimination, and letting go. When you're ready, you're going to rebend the left knee, put your blocks aside, tuck your right toes under, power up your back leg, hips a little higher, walk your hands to the back of your mat, Skandasana, heels in, toes out, your right knee bends, right knee in line with the toes. Use the strength of your legs to support you here. And then back to frame your left foot, all 10 toes forward. You're going to turn your right heel in, right toes out. I recommend to walk your right foot out to the side. This way your hips will be more squared forward. Left knee stays bent. Inhale, warrior 1. This time the left hand comes to the hip. So your left hip's drawing back. It's almost like you're sticking your right hip out to the right. Back thigh is really strong. Inhale to prepare. As we exhale, you're going to start to come forward. Bicep stays by your ear, your left leg extends. You can always keep a micro bend in the knee. Coming down as far as you can, keep a long spine. Inhale, we rise slowly, the left knee rebends. You can slow down your exhale if you'd like. Smoothly exhale. Gentle tuck in of the chin. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, maybe for the count of 6, or 7, or 8. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. This time, both arms reach up, warrior 1. Good, and then extend your left leg, lower your arms, keep a little bend in your left knee, and just step your right foot beside the left. Palms flip up, bending at your elbows, closing your eyes. Give yourself a moment to feel a deep sense of stability, of clarity, and embodiment. Good. Release your arms, gently open your eyes. Inhale, we sweep the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to fold down. This is the last flow. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest, tuck the chin in. Exhale, plant your palms, step back. Chaturanga, if that's in your practice, or just come down to your belly. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing, nice and slow. Exhale, downward facing. Lift your heels. Bring your knees down, your bum to one side, extend your legs out in front of you. Make sure there's enough space for you to lay down. Bring your arms out in front of you. And we're going to slowly roll ourselves down. Feet flat on the mat. All the way down. Bring your arms out into a T. And simple twist. Your left leg will extend long, your right knee comes in. Your left hand comes to the outside of your right thigh and just guide yourself over to the left. You can always slide a block under your right thigh or your right knee. Your right palm flips up. A simple twist here to release any tension in the low back. Come back to center. And we'll just do a simple switch. Lift and lower your hips. Your right leg extends, left knee comes in. Guide your left leg all the way over to the right. Back to center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a good hug. And you're going to extend your legs out long into Savasana. Use props under your knees if you need to. Get nice and comfortable, rolling your hips. Maybe a gentle slide of the shoulders, palms flipped up. And as your body completely softens into the earth, bring your awareness to your pelvic floor. And just see if any area needs attention, or if it needs healing, or simply light. And recognize and honor your breath, your exhale, as an opportunity to cleanse and to purify, to eliminate, to let go, and to forgive. noticing what it feels like to be at home in the center of your multi-dimensional being. And know that you always, always have access to this. You can slowly begin your return by deepening your breath. And start to bring some movement back in your body however you wish. Maybe move your fingers, you can bring your arms up overhead, point your toes. Bring your knees in toward you. Acknowledge your efforts. Roll onto one side. And let's come up to a seat to finish and close our practice together. Let's bring our palms to touch in front of our heart space. A slight bow in of the chin, honoring the teacher and the light that's within you. And we'll take one more cleansing breath together to release whatever you still may be holding on to. Anything you want to let go, let it go on the exhale. So fully inhale through the nose. And fully exhale, sigh it out. Give yourself a moment here. Thank you so much for your trust and for sharing your practice with me. From my heart to yours, namaste.